Okay, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Wow! Akame got Kiru, chapter review time. Oh my god. Cloud 9, people. Cloud 9. That's all I have to say. There is nothing more satisfying, especially in manga and anime, than having a character who is such a scumbag, and he gets it, like, you know, it's true what they say. Karma is a bitch. Karma's a bitch. Because if you do all this evil shit, guess what? Justice. And it has been served. But yeah, this chapter, the thing is, they don't have a title for this chapter, which I found weird. And it was short too. It was only like 22 pages. But pretty much in Akame got Kiru, chapter 52, what ends up happening is, it's basically the conclusion from the last month chapter, which is Robach, or Lubach, whatever I'd call his name. You know, he's in the cage, and the thing is, like, you know, from last month's chapter, I didn't know how his demeanor was, but after this chapter, yo, Shura, you got fucked really good too. And basically, in the beginning of the chapter, you know, he's in his cell, and one of the guards is there. Oh, we also have an interesting picture of Esther. And he's basically saying, you know, he lost his balls and everything, got no balls, shaking in fear. Said he wanted to try new torture techniques. They're from Esdith. He's about to break. It's beginning the end of Night Raid. Now, we see the Prime Minister. What the Prime Minister did in this chapter, even though this guy is evil, I give you a big round of applause, Mr. Man, Prime Minister. Lot of applause for me. Big applause. Big time. Big time. Because it's called Daddy Says, Get the Fuck Out. Daddy says, You're a little bitch. Sure enough, that's what's on happening in the scene. Because he's talking to the alchemist girl there and Shura, and saying, you know, and you know something's up when Shura starts talking about Esdith, saying, oh, isn't that proof? She's a traitor, she's with Tatsumi, let me bring in the rest of the Jaegers into Wild Hunt so I can keep an eye on them. And then he brings up that he's going to kill Wave, and he's going to turn Kurumi into his toy. And that's when the Prime Minister just looks at his son and says, actually, he just sighs and saying, you know, saying that if she wanted to betray us, she would have joined the Revolutionary Army already, and the one that should be concerned is you, Shura, with your reputation, saying that Run, everybody knows Run was the from the Jaegers who was by Kurumi a couple of chapters ago, and saying that Run found out that there was a young man from the Jaegers, did some investigations, found out the person responsible for releasing the humanoid danger beasts at the capital was you, a friend of Dr. Stylish. And this is undisputable proof. And that's when Big Papa Prime Minister says, get the fuck out of my sight. These documents were a gift from Esdith, basically saying, it would have been terrible if Budo had found out. As requested by General Esdith, the Wild Hunt is hereby disbanded. And I'm like, that's so big now, are you sure? Why don't you go and, why don't you go jump off a fucking cliff, you fucking twat? Go do that for me. Yeah. I mean, what occurred later on in this chapter, I'm a little, heads or tails. Heads or tails, to be honest with you guys. Because I think it would have been even more satisfying, because towards the end of the chapter, essentially what happens is, Robach, he gets to jump on Shura, but at some point I'm thinking, you know, I'm glad he's dead, but I don't know, Wave. Because, I mean, part of me thought that Wave was going to be the one to do in Shura. Because of, you know, Boars and what was done to his family and what the things that Shura was doing to, or Senri doing to Kurumi. But still, this is good. And then basically, Prime Minister says, I couldn't care less if you stir up trouble or two. But having your deeds undiscovered so easily is pathetic. I hate people who are useless, Shura. And like, you fuck. Jump the fuck out. And saying that, basically, he's saying also, the Prime Minister, I'm protecting you from punishment as a criminal. Stay quiet for a while, Shura. And, you know, he has a little conversation with the alchemist girl saying, you know, he's a harsh father, it's tough love. And she's saying that she has she's using Dr. Stylish's equipment, and he says, for now I hope that you can grant my request as well. Please leave it to me, she says. And he's like, and he's spazzing out. Sure, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He says he's going to turn the capital into an ocean of fire. I'm like, you ain't turning shit, motherfucker. You're dead. So he basically has all these plans laid out that he's gonna do, and he's gonna get back, and I'll finish them off. And he continues his abuse of Robach, and saying also in the beginning here he'll teleport them into the middle of an active volcano with my Shambhala thing. And then he keeps ragging on fucking Robach. Don't you hate Master Tatsumi? Say something. He's like, I got it. Please stop. He then is going to tell him. He begins to tell him about, you know, Tatsumi's Tengu, and goes into details about saying it turns invisible. We already know that, and saying it has. And then saying that Akame has one, but Akame doesn't want to use it. Can't use it right now, supposedly. I've never seen it. And he's like, and then he says, show me the location of Night Raven. He says, bring me a map. And they cut him down. And saying that, oh, if you don't do what we say, you'll cut you into little pieces. And then he says, come to think of it, there's another Tengu. Use it as a trump card. And he's like, what is it? And he's talking low. He's like, I can't hear you, idiot. And he looks sharply to Shura. And then Robach just, he put his hand in his mouth and takes out something. He's on his thread. And he's rattling around Shura's like, yes, kill this bastard. And he just chokes up blood. And it seems like Shura's going to choke. And that's what he does. He chokes him the fuck out of him. And saying that I keep strings in my mouth too. You actually fell for my coward act. We of Night and Great stand together no matter what stands in our way. He also brings up, Robach, that he was thinking about Najinda. That's what keeps him going. Like, he's only got one ball. But essentially, that's what he was saying. He says she keeps him going. Never reached one of our comrades. And he can withstand any pain. And he's like, you're kidding me, I was going to surpass Papa. I'm like, how can I? And he's sitting there, he's lying on the ground, blood coming out of his mouth. I'm like, you know why? Because you're a piece of shit. You're a scumbag. And you know what? I hope Satan's got another pitchfork to shove up your ass. Listen, say what you will, he's fucked up, and he deserves it. Everything. Fucking die like the dog you are. That's what I was. It's sweet, man. You know, when a character like that gets it, and gets it, that you gotta remember, he disbanded Wild Hunt, and he dies. That's like making cake and having it too. So he takes out Shura pretty much. He's fading out. He's dying. And he's like, "How dare you do that to my Mr. Son?" And then Robach just fucking punches these guys. Fodder, gotta call them fodder. I don't care. They're fodder torturers. And then this guy's screaming, "Escape, prisoner!" And basically we have Robach saying, "Now this is where it all begins. I'm going to get out if you're alive." And then it says what fate awaits him, life or death. And essentially this chapter, it was only 20 pages. So I'm guessing this was just to show this conclusion. Now, he's dead. Shura's dead. You know, like, Wicked Witch. Shura's dead. Shura's dead. I can't do the Wicked Witch song because I just can't do it. But this is awesome. True shit. This is like beyond awesome for me. I hate this motherfucker ever since they did what they did to Boris' family. Hate him since then, this much. And now he gets it. Gets it. Karma comes back, you dumb bitch, and you get it. So 5 out of 5 for this one. Even though Shura seemingly is out of the picture, I still think, because we don't know what's going on with Tatsumi. That's another thing. We haven't seen Tatsumi in a while. All we know now, we got this situation with Robach, and he took out Shura, and like he says he's going to escape here, he's going to escape here alive. But Tatsumi's still in the red here. I mean, we still don't know what is the story with Esdith. If she's going to go complete on Tatsumi or something like that. But next month, I guess we'll see. But seemingly he's going to escape. Shura, here's the thing about Shura, that you know, he's just another example of a villain who, it's a simple fact, you bit off more than you chew. You decided to say, oh, she's doing this, she's a traitor. Well, guess what? You're the traitor. You're the one who was doing the crazy, lawful shit. And you got caught, bitch. So, he's just another example of a villain that I hate that got what came to him. That's it. He's fucking dead. I'm so glad his motherfucker's dead. So glad. And just think about it. His downfall was because of his father. That makes it even sweeter, man. Shit. Good shit for you, Prime Minister. You might be an evil son of a bitch, but I'll tell you right now, you did me proud. Yeah, fuck that motherfucker up. So, we'll see him next week, next month, but I have no idea. I mean, Tatsumi, I don't know what it should be interesting, though. I mean, that still has to be explained for the next chapter, which is probably going to be longer. This was just, I think this chapter, the reason why it was 20 pages, was just to show this conclusion with Robach with Shura. And now that conclusion has been met, and we're moving on from it now. So that's pretty much the story. So, we'll see. You know, I'm so glad that motherfucker got it. Yo, I'm so glad. I fucking hated him. Goddamn best. So, and he died like a dog. He died like a dog. So yeah, I'm Bonka Knight 22. Yo, now next up is Esdith. Oh god, Tatsumi gonna get out of that. Oh, I can only imagine. How the fuck? We'll see. We'll see. See you guys later.